I'm Bambi Francisco for Vader News. Are you looking for the perfect pair of khakis? Don't like the ones you have? Well, you can stop looking. Check out Bonobos. It's a young New York-based designer and online retailer of casual and dress trousers. Bonobos is on track to generate about $5 to $6 million in net sales. That's up from $1.6 million in net sales last year. Joining me to talk about Bonobos is Andy Dunn. He's the co-founder and CEO. Andy, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you've been around for 2 years.
We have 2 years.
Making pants, and this week you are launching your first line of polo shirts.
Well, we got started with better fitting men's pants.
Okay.
And so our customers have said, when are you going to make us shirts? When are you going to make us dress shirts? When are you going to make us polos? And we're starting with polos. They come out this week.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's breaking news here on Vader.
It is breaking news. We're excited.
So tell us about the pants. I mean, you're selling, I've seen them online, on average you said for about $118. That's, what, 2 or 3 times more than what the Gap sells. The economy isn't doing so well. How are you guys doing so well with your pants sales? And what void are you filling, or what segment of the market are you filling?
We saw 2 problems with pants. The first one was that you could buy a great pant from J. Crew or Banana Republic or the Gap, but the fit was fairly frumpy and it's fairly mass.
Okay.
At the other end of the spectrum, you could go to Paul Smith or Theory and get a great fitting pair of pants, but you had to spend an arm and a leg for it and a lot of time looking for it. And so we saw a hole between, call it $80 and $200 to make a great fitting, stylish pair of men's pants. And we started with khakis and cords, and then we expanded into wool, and guys love them. And frankly, the magic is in the fit. The second problem that we solved was guys don't like shopping in stores. And yet that's how companies sell clothing. And so we said to ourselves, if you started a great men's premium brand today in apparel, why would you even need stores? There's a whole e-commerce world out there where you can buy other people's stuff, but if you're actually starting a brand, why couldn't you launch it online?
Right.
And a few people said pants over the internet, that's crazy, from a brand they've never heard of.
Yep.
And then we sold 12,000 pairs in our first year. We did a $1.6 million of revenue in 2008, and we lost only $60,000 just about breaking even.
So I want to ask you about what the secret sauce is in that fit, because that's clearly what the men like. But there are a lot of men who like that tactile feeling, trying on the pants, and they're just like women. So how do you convert those guys? Because I'm sure there's a lot of them out there. Do they get a starter kit?
That's a great question. Well, no, you've got to have awesome customer service and very fair policies. And let me tell you what I mean by fair policies. So Zappos says you can return stuff 365-day returns. We say you can return it whenever you want. You can wash it, you can dry it, you can hem it, you can run a Muddy Buddy in it, we'll take them back. And so we basically say the power is in your hands in terms of how you want to treat us.
Wow.
And there's a funny rule in life, which is if you extend trust to someone else, if you put, the tough analogy is if you put the gun in their hand, they won't shoot you.
Okay.
And so what we found is that that's true. We now have over 15,000 customers and growing, and I can count on 2 hands the number that we've actually had to say, you know what, you don't need to shop here anymore based on how they take advantage of that policy.
That's a pretty generous refund policy.
It's a generous refund policy.
How do you handle the inventory then? How do you handle all that excess inventory?
Well, this comes to the second part, which is the fit is phenomenal. We made the pants with a curved waistband with the belief that so many guys have got a waist and a hip that's narrower than their thigh and their seat. And so what you see in the market is 2 options. One that is really relaxed and doesn't look good on anyone. Another which is very tight fitting and looks great on runway models.
Right, probably.
We made pants for the guys in between.
Okay.
And so they feature a curved waistband, a medium rise, a tailored look in the thigh. And so the issue is that not that many guys have to return them.
Oh, okay. So you don't have that many returns. You talked about net sales last year being $1.6 million. What were your gross sales? So
the difference is our refund rate is about 25%, a meaningful chunk of which is actually people ordering multiple sizes. And so this comes to the way that we let people shop. We say, come online. If you don't know if you're a 32 or a 33, order both.
Okay.
We send them both to you, and we bring the fitting experience into your home or your office.
Okay.
And as a result, you're spending 10 minutes online, 20 minutes trying them on, and then of course the shipping is free both ways, so that the expense incurred is minimal.
Well, let's take a look at your pants. I mean, you described them a little bit. I know we have a pair here, so I'm not sure if that's really helpful to talk about, like what, why they're so.
This is one of our more outlandish colors.
With the secret sauce, yeah.
And so here's the secret sauce.
That's not a popular seller.
Well,
purple?
this is brand new. It hasn't been made yet. It's the color of my alma mater, which is Northwestern.
Okay.
And so this is going to be a fashion item. It's going to be limited edition.
Okay.
We're going to make somewhere between 20 and 50 units. And it's another fun thing about the product, which is you don't have to worry about someone else wearing it. If you buy one of these 20 or 50 units, you're never going to run into anyone that has them. And so we've got a great limited edition fashion business. Of course, our core business is khakis, cords, and wool pants for work.
Right, okay.
But the fit is the same.
Okay.
And so it's a curved waistband at the top, and if you notice, you'll see a curvature.
And that's typically, it's not a curved waistband for like normal other pants?
You know what's funny?
Curved?
In women's pants it is. In men's it's not. And so we've basically taken, call it 20% of the curvature in a women's pant, and we've applied it to a men's pant. And that sounds counterintuitive.
And it makes it look better.
We definitely don't market it that way.
Okay.
But if you've ever taken off your belt,
a women's cut.
and this is to the guys out there, if you take off your belt and you hold it up, you'll see a curvature in the belt. It'll be in a sickle shape. It isn't straight because that's anatomically how you're built.
It's helped the fit.
It's more anatomically correct. And so the moment that guys try these on, they have an aha moment where they're like, wow, like why does this fit so much better than any other pants I've ever worn? And the remarkable thing, Bambi, is that we sell to all kinds of guys, 50 states, 40 countries, and 90% of guys who place an order online end up keeping at least one or two pairs.
I was going to ask, what is your demographic? Because these are, expensive pants, $118, and
we want to get better at that. So we started manufacturing very small runs in New York City, and it's expensive. And we're excited with what we've accomplished manufacturing in New York. Frankly, the issue is it's not scalable. The manufacturing in the world has gone elsewhere.
In New York City? No, I can't imagine.
It's not scalable, and I'm amazed that we nearly broke even in our first year manufacturing there. And so we plan this fourth quarter, with a little bit of luck, to introduce an $88 core cotton pant. And we want to be able to extend that. We want to be at par with other pants where our fit is twice as good. The quality of the fabric is twice as good. That's our long-run model, and that's where we are in the polo shirt. Our polo shirt is going to be $69, which is $10 cheaper than Lacoste. It's $5 to $10 cheaper than polo, and we think it's a better fabric and a better fit.
Talk about your business model really quickly and where you think margins are heading. You already broke even, but where is that going?
So direct-to-consumer is a lot of fun, and the reason it's fun is you can control the customer experience and make sure that the service is good. But secondly, you can also keep a lot more of the economics for yourself and then reinvest that back into the service and the product development. And so, most gross margins for retail and wholesale companies with stores are 30 to 40%. Which is why you see around the world apparel is such a bad business. We're not interested in being in that business. We want to build something financially more valuable, but paradoxically much more fair to the consumer in terms of the quality that they get for the price that they pay.
Where do you think your margins are going to be, and your operating and your profit margins as well?
We would aim to be double that from a gross margin
and profit
standpoint.
margin, Amazon's pretty low.
Well, the thing is that we then need to invest that back into the business for the customer. And the way we invest it back is with fantastic customer service. We call our service team the Ninjas. We've attracted intelligent, empathetic college graduates to actually do customer service. So when you call us, if you need help, the policies are fair, but if you need help, and sometimes you will, you're going to get someone good, someone competent. And then on product development, we're about to launch our lab. And so online, we'll have a part of our store called Lab, where we'll have new products coming out. And then we've got something new for this September, the Bonobos Fit Lab, which will be our in-person product testing center at 16th Street and 6th Avenue in New York City.
Oh, wow. So people can actually go in and test it out.
You can sell online, but you can't test the fit online.
You can't, but you might have to open those up over here, too. I'm sure a lot of men are going to want those testing centers out here. Okay, you're going to stick around. We're going to talk about marketing and business in our next interview.
Terrific.
Okay, I've been speaking with Andy Dunn. He's the co-founder and CEO of Bonobos. I'm Bambi Francisco.